Sunday reflection, 5th of November. Today's Gospel is Matthew chapter 23, verses 1 to 12. And we see Jesus walking in the temple, looking at the beauty of the temple, proud of the chosen nation, the place of salvation as they wanted to project and say and express, manifest to everyone. Beautiful place, the worship of God, perfect. And then he comes to the spot where some teachers of the law and Pharisees are talking, preaching to the crowd of people who came to the temple. They came to the temple. Many people comes to the temple to worship God and to look for the truth, to learn the truth, and to obtain salvation. So they come and they listen to those teachers in the law and the Pharisees. And Jesus is looking at the whole story. And when they stop, Jesus comes to the stage and he says to the people, whatever they say, pointing, referring to teachers in the law, in the scripture, and the Pharisees, whatever they say, you practice, follow it, but do not imitate. Do not imitate their own doings. That is quite a dangerous moment for Jesus as a person. Because Jesus, in the eyes of many, in the eyes of the Pharisees, in the eyes of those teachers in the scriptures, he's not what he claims to be, the Son of God. He says, no, you are just a simple person. It's impossible. It's dangerous. So then it comes to the point of people who are sitting in front, listening to. And then he is just telling them, do not listen, do not imitate what they do. Because they are more interesting in their own glory and praise than in the glory of God. They are more interesting in who they are than in who God is. They like the first seats in the synagogue. They like to be praised and acknowledged by the people. They try to please people for the sake. I mean, that's what is normal. They please people for the sake to build up their own image. So they are interested in themselves and for themselves, not in God and for God. So Jesus is saying, look at those pastors. Look at what they do. And listen what they say. If their teaching is based on the gospel, on the teaching of the church and the tradition of the church, listen to them. But then you have to know what is their daily behavior. Nowadays, look at nowadays. We have quite a number of pastors, spiritual leaders who are talking about the faith, Jesus, faith in general on social media. There is quite a big number. And it's good. Because then express they reach out to many people. But we need to be aware about them. Because there is a number of them, they are more interesting in how many people watch that video, how many people just come to the screen. So they are more interesting in the number of viewers than in the people's salvation and them knowing the truth. And they are more interesting to please others for the sake to obtain, to get more and more viewers. And the more viewers they have, the more they feel, I'm speaking the truth. Be careful. Be careful. Open your eyes, heart and mind. Whom do you listen to? It is the basic thing. First and foremost, you look and recognize whom you are listening to, who is the good pastor, and who is the pastor who is just about himself and for himself. Have a blessed and good Sunday.